Wednesday night, I was about to say 5 p.m. Wednesday night, almost 7 p.m. I'm live from the loft. Different viewing experience for you guys this week. But it's 5 grand golf bets. You guys know the deal. Every single week, Boston Capper. I know he's kind of running dry because he's, I think, heading to the PGA Championship next week up in Rochester from Florida. Boston Capper gives me $5,000 of his own money to spend on the golf tournament. So we got the Byron Nelson this week, very bland field, but we got one more week till a really big fun event. So let's get right into it. And if you don't, I know you guys probably don't have $5,000 to tell, but throw $100 on these, throw $50 on these, just divvy it out how I do it. So we're gonna win this money this week. Starting off with Terrell Hatton, $2,000 to finish in the top five at plus 280. Um, Obviously he's one of the better players in this field, just strokes gained total wise, class wise, overall wise. I like him to finish inside the top five. He was a T3 at Wells in a much stronger field where he gained 7.33 strokes ball striking. He's gained 7 strokes ball striking in 4 times since Phoenix, which is pretty good because there's a lot of elevated events and big events in that stretch. Now he heads to a golf course where he can tear up, and he's one of the better players in this field. And I heard a lot of Brian Kirshner saying that Terrell Hatton contends in elevated, difficult conditions events, which is true. I mean, yeah, API, but he has a win at minus 24, a win at minus 23, a win at minus 21, a win at minus 20, a win at minus 19, and a win at minus 18. I know those all came in Europe, but you still got to score in the 20s. And it doesn't matter what golf course you're doing it on, you're still making 25, 30 birdies. So Till Hatton is not scared to get low, and I think he can do it this week. All right, so we'll move on to Vincent Norman, top 30, plus 125. If you're not into the golf betting scene on a day-to-day basis, you probably don't know who Vincent Norman is. Little Swedish rook. I think he's going to finish in the top 30. He's finished inside the top 21 3 out of his last 5 starts, and obviously this is a much shittier field than he's finished in those starts. He's an overall loser on approach this season, but he's gaining 3 strokes in his last 2 events, and his best bucket range is 125 to 200, where a lot of shots will come from in this event. And also, his best putting surface by far is bent grass. I know it's a small sample size, but the stats are the stats. So he's a gainer on bent grass. He is playing decent golf, and I think it's a good price. Plus 125 to finish inside the top 30. I will take it. All right, we put 1,000 on that. And then next bet, $1,000 on Christian Bezadenhout, top 10 plus 600. Really good number on a guy who finished 12th in this field last year. He's an elite bent grass putter. His best approach range is the 125 to 200, just like Norman. And he's gained on approach in 4 straight starts. And I like to say when Seabez is gaining on approach, you play him because we know what that putter does. So top 10 plus 600, we're going to throw $1,000 on that. 2 more bets. Aaron Rai, top 10 plus 700, 500 on that. Pretty straightforward. You play Aaron Rai when the weather's bad. He's from England. He is good in the wind. He's good in the rain. We saw him contend at the Players. We saw him be the first round leader at, what was that, Harbour Town? And was that Harbour Town? Now I'm second guessing myself. Yeah, that was Harbour Town. First round leader. So, and he struggles on the greens, but he's a really good mid-iron player. So that's Aaron Rai, top 10 plus 700. Love the weather aspects for him. Finally, one outright. Siwoo Kim, 40 to 1, $500 on that. It's a good number in a bad field, and Siwoo Kim is a guy who wins. He simply wins events. He's got multiple wins on TPC golf courses. He's top 10 on the field, 125 to 200, and it's just a solid number in a field of shit. So if it's not Scotty Scheffler that wins, anyone in that 16 to 40 range is really live, and I think Siwoo Kim is as live as anyone. So I'll run through these bets, and hopefully we make money this week. Terrell Hatton, top 5 plus 280, $2,000 on that. That's my strongest bet. Vincent Norman, top 30 plus 125, $1,000 on that. Christian Bezadenhout, top 10 plus 600, $1,000 on that. Aaron Rai, top 10 plus 700, $500 on that. And then the last $500 is going to go on Siwoo Kim, 40 to 1 to win this outright. No narratives this week because we didn't have much interviews and to speak about. Next week will be a huge narrative week. So I will catch you guys Friday for round 3 and weekend best bets.